Hey, welcome. I'm scoping extremely late tonight. I'm probably about 2 hours late at this point, but gotta get it in. I promised I'd be on here, so here I am. Hey, Strike First, thanks for joining. I'm super duper late. I'm usually on here like 8:30ish, 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. Thanks, Rifle Lisa, for joining. Media Maestro here. I just gotta start the scope out with a little jam while we let everybody get in. Oh, no problem. Always. I enjoy your scopes. I'm always open to learn something new. But yeah, just giving people time to get in the room. Thanking my replay viewers who are on the replay. Glad that you were able to make it. Listening to Elle Varner tonight. That's on my Spotify playlist. So yes, let me turn it around. You can see my face. Scoping from the bed tonight because I'm working hard, y'all. So I am Rachel with Media Maestro. I work with independent artists, musicians, producers, DJs to help them market themselves by helping them build online and offline systems, structures, and strategies to help them build their business and create multiple streams of income. So yesterday I talked about creating your fans, right? As a musician, as an artist, as a business, period, you need customers. And in this business, we call them fans. You need to grow your fan base. So yesterday, I talked about creating your client avatar. It's like your fan avatar. It's like your client profile, your favorite, your best, your perfect fan profile. Who is that person? Thank you. I've been working on that for a while. Finally got it to where I want it to be. But yeah, that's pretty much what I do, and I actually like it. So yeah, we talked about creating your perfect fan profile. Who is that person? You want you to visualize that perfect fan, the one who buys every concert ticket, comes to every gig, buys every piece of merchandise, buys every album, promotes you on social media. Who is that person? I gave you some things to consider yesterday, like their gender. Is it male or female? Think about their race. What is there a particular race you want to target? Are their parents? Are they high school graduates? Are they college graduates? What's their income level? Geographically, where are they in the world? Those things you want to consider, and the reason why you want to consider those things because that whole idea, that whole perfect fan, that's what's going to drive your your marketing plan. Your marketing efforts all are geared towards reaching that ideal, that perfect fan. We call them, in another way we call them super fans. These are the people who are sold out for your music, love everything you do. So now the thing is, now I have my idea in mind, know who my perfect fan is. I have my client profile, my fan profile. What do I do next? So right now I'm basing it off of the premise that you have some social presence. Twitter is a great source for info, yes, and Facebook analytics as well can kind of give you an idea if you're on the right track. But that's under the premise that you've been growing your audience for a while and you're visible on those social networks right now. And so right now I'm speaking on the premise that you at least have some profiles set up at this point. They may not have actually grown. They may not have actually even posted on these social platforms yet, but they actually have the profile set up. So I'm speaking to you as if you already know where your audience is. Remember yesterday I said once you figure out your target market, then I want you to do some research and find out now which social media platforms are those people on. Well, thanks for sharing. I forgot to mention that. Yes, if you are watching and you have some followers who may benefit from the information, if you're on Android, you swipe up, click share. You can share with your followers. Hi, Clin. Thanks for joining. You can swipe up, click my name and follow. Make sure you're following me if you haven't been following me yet. And you can also click share to your Periscope followers and your Twitter followers. And if you're on the replay, you can share to Twitter as well, even if it's on the replay. So sharing is caring. You're absolutely right. Sharing is caring. Thank you. So yes, I'm also on the premise, like I said, I'm running on the premise that you have actually done your research. You have your ideal fan in mind. You research what social platforms that they are on. So I'd say maybe your target market is, are women in their 30s, blah, blah, blah. Most women in 30s, one of the social media platforms that they're on a lot is Pinterest. So let's say that's your target ideal client. And so you have your Pinterest profile, whatever. Or let's say it's Facebook or Twitter, whatever, it's Snapchat, whatever your target market is. Let's say you already researched where your ideal client is and you have your profile set up. Next thing is, now, what do I do with that? So there's a rule called the 70-20-10 rule. It used to be the 80-20, and some people still follow the 80-20, but it's also the 70-20-10 rule. And this is about the ratio of how much you share on social media. So 70% of what you share should be of some value to your target audience, your perfect fan, your ideal fan, right? Something that they value. If you've done your research, if you've done enough brainstorming about your ideal client, you know what their values are. Remember, I told you have to picture that one person. You're not picturing tens of thousands of fans. You're picturing that one person who loves everything that you do. And I told you all the different things you consider: their income level, education level. Are they moms? Are they divorcees? What kind of music do they like generally? What kind of places do they frequent? So you picture them. So you actually train a person, give them a name. So if you've done all of that, you kind of have an idea of the things that they value, the interests that they have. And so you want to connect with them on that level. And you're going to share some things of value that will interest them. And it's not going to be about your music, and it's not going to be about what you're doing in the studio. It's not going to be about who is the next person in the industry you just met. It's about things that they will find interesting, that their desires, their hopes and dreams, the things that they value. Those are the things that you're going to be posting about 70% of the time. 20% of the time is going to be spent sharing stuff from the industry. That may be sharing people from the industry that you have met with, maybe sharing some other music that you like, because yes, you want to show that you're not just about yourself, and that you actually value other artists as well, right? Because it's an industry, you're networking as well, so you do want to share some other artists that you believe in, that you stand behind, that you support as well. So that's sharing information. So 70% is going to be about things that your ideal client values, things they're interested in, right? 20% is going to be you sharing other people's content, other people's work, especially if you're talking about the music industry specifically. You're going to be sharing, hi, Joe, the Joe Blow Entertainment. I'm not sure, but thanks for joining. So the 20% would be of sharing other people's content, people in the industry, but still related back to your ideal client, something that they might find interesting. And the 10%, yes, Joe Blow. I got it right, Joe Blow Entertainment. Thanks for joining in. And then that 10% would be promotion. That's when you're promoting what you have going on, whether it be a gig that you have coming up, you have a show coming up, a concert, it's merchandise that you're selling, it's your music that you may be working on, it may be you in like some videos of you in the studio. It may be some sneak peeks of music that you're working on, saying, hey, I just need your feedback. What do you guys think about this? Or here's my song I'm thinking about. I'm looking for a title. Can you guys help me come up with a title? But it's still, in those moments, you're still promoting what you're doing. But you only want to do that 10% of the time. So it's a 70-20-10 rule. 70% of things that are of value to your ideal client, your ideal fan, what they will actually enjoy seeing, things that they value, things that they are connected, that they can connect with. Hi, Kimberly. Thanks for joining. Let me reintroduce myself. I see some people have just joined the group. Joined the scope. So I am Rachel with Media Maestro. I work with musicians, independent artists, musicians, producers, DJs, and I help them market themselves and their services. by helping them build online and offline system structures and strategies. And so today we're talking about strategy. We're talking about the 70-20 rule. 70-20-10 rule. And that's a ratio of the things you should share on social media. Because yesterday we talked about finding your ideal fan, your perfect fan, and the question that you consider when you're building that profile of what your perfect fan is like and who they are. And we're using that information today and connecting with them on social media, on the platforms where they are, where they most frequent. And from there, you're going to go and say, now what do I talk about? What do I share? Because it's not going to be selfie zone. I can't stand. I was on Strike First Scope earlier talking about how I can't stand going on an artist's Instagram page or Facebook page or or Twitter, and it's like they're posting a whole bunch of selfies all day. No, I got time for that. I want to know who you are. I want to know what you're about, what you value. I don't care about what you look like so much, right? So I'm trying to give you some ideas of how to, or some strategy, a rule to keep in mind of what you can post, what you should be sharing about on your social media platform. So it's a 70-20-10 rule. 70% is you sharing things that will connect with your audience, things that they value, things they're interested in. 20% you're sharing content from other people in your industry, whether it be other artists or other managers, other consultants, things of that nature. And the 10 rule is the promotion. 10% of what you're posting should be promoting what you're doing, whether it be shows, whether it be music. You can do videos of you, even if you have a new video out, or if it could be a scope or a video made from your phone, you just talking to your fans. Any of those things, any of those things will be part of your 10% rule. So of course, as always, my scopes are super quick. They're not long. I'm trying to give you a piece of information to give you something to work with for tonight. So if you haven't already, yesterday, created your ideal client, your ideal fan profile, go ahead and do that and work on that. And also research, once you have that, where your ideal client, where your ideal fan hangs out on social media. And then make sure you have a profile set up for that particular social media so you can start engaging with that particular client. Okay? And very quickly, for those of you who are new to the industry or new to working online in the industry, I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to show you one of the things that I'm offering right now. I am offering a 6-page ebook about creating your EPK. This helps you learn about the 8 essential parts of an EPK, which every artist should have. And if you don't know what an EPK is, that means you definitely need to have this book, okay? And if you would like to get that book, I'm going to type in the address and zoom in for you if I can. I wish my camera would focus. Oh, it's giving me a hard time today. Let's see, maybe it's my lens. There we go. bit.ly/EPK checklist. Thank you. And I also have the link in my bio. So if you are interested, that's the link. And I have it also in my bio. And if you already have signed up, because all you have to do is scroll down to the bottom, enter your information, and I'll email you the checklist. And so for those of you who already have my checklist and you're working through it and you want some feedback on it, or you have some questions about it, you can connect with me on Facebook. I have a Facebook group called Gig Life to Biz Life. So if you go ahead and go to Facebook and you search Gig Life to Biz Life, you'll find me and go ahead and request to join. And you can ask me any questions, give me links to your EPK. We can talk about I'll give you some good critiques on it. And that's about it tonight. So again, if you need an EPK, if you don't have one, if you don't know what it is, that means you need to have one. That means you need to go to my link in my profile, get that EPK. Or if you're still working through it and you have some questions, go ahead and connect with me in my Facebook group. But that's it for now. And thanks for joining. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I haven't quite decided. No, thank you. Thank you. The Clin, the kid. Thanks for joining. I do appreciate it. And is there any other topics that you guys would like me to scope about? Definitely type that in the chat now. I'll be here for a few minutes, or a few seconds rather. So is there anything if you have any questions about what I talked about tonight, or have any topics you want me to address in my scopes later this week, definitely you can type it here, or you can connect with me on Facebook.